those flatbeds, clothesline sunsets, sky blue, barn red.
What is going on, you guys? It's Erica Brady finally coming back with another video. So today's main topic of the video is how to become in a leadership position while in basic combat training. When it comes down to it, the main decision is whatever the drill sergeants say. In my platoon, how the leadership is that they have a PG, which is the platoon guide, right? They have a PG which stands usually in front of the formation and does the reports, everything that we need to know, the mini person that kind of takes care of everything that has to happen in the platoon. He or she has their squad leaders, which is first rank, second rank, third, and fourth. So you have your first squad leader, your second squad leader, your third squad leader, and then your fourth squad leader. How it is in my platoon, and maybe different from different platoons, is that they have their team leaders. First squad leader has two team leaders, which is Alpha team leader and Bravo team leader. Meaning that Alpha takes care of about 5, 6, how many people is in their team, and then Bravo takes care of the rest of them. So each person knows who they have initially. First, we're going to talk about how can you get in that leadership position, because a lot of people are trying to get that leadership position because they want to be out there, they think they're high speed, and they just want to be able to lead. Not all people, not all trainees can be a leader. It takes a long time to learn those leadership skills in order to actually practice them. So sometimes once we pick a PG, they might be squared away and fully know everything. Or we might pick someone that thinks that they know everything and all of a sudden we put them in a leadership position and we realize they can't really lead from the front and everything's just going to disaster. So how it is that drill sergeants see the first and third week, we see how everyone's reacting to each other, we see who's actually taking that initiative to actually make sure everything's going the way it is, that people are doing the right thing. But we're not overboarding everyone with, hey, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Not trying to, and also, not trying to take initiative only when a drill sergeant's watching. We see people who is actually trying to take initiative when we're not there. And the thing is, you might not think, then how can you find that leadership position? One, there's always someone watching, even though you don't see someone watching. There's other people in different battalions or different companies or different wherever it is. People are always watching, and we're usually friends with one another, so we kind of talk to each other and they'll be like, hey, this is what your platoon was doing, or this platoon was doing, or this company was doing, or this person was doing, or people were arguing back and forth. So main thing is that we look at people from the first week, third week, and we kind of decide in that factor. We kind of see how they are. Then we put that into factor. Then we get through the whole, going through the courses or the confident courses, all these little obstacles, and we see how people react. We see how people are physically fit. So when it comes to your APFT, we usually don't like putting whoever's PG having a failing score or a score that is below 60. So whoever's PG usually has a passing APFT test score. Then putting that into factor, we talk amongst the other drill sergeants, we talk of who's actually standing out to us, and we talk who actually has a little insight of how basic training is or how the Army is. We talk about it, we talk about it, we talk about it. Then we choose who is going to be in leadership, and we put that into play. Once we do that, we look at every other person who can be in charge of the different squads. And the main thing is, yes, PG has a lot of weight on his or her hands, but when it comes down to it, if the squad leader is squared away, it's an easy job for the PG. First, second, third, and fourth squad leaders should know exactly who is in their squad. Yes, there may be a lot of people because there probably is like 60 or so people in it per platoon. But having your Alpha and Bravo team leader will be much easier because Alpha just needs to remember those 6 people or whomever is in their team, and then Bravo needs to remember the rest. And then when someone's missing, PG might be like, I don't know this person's name. Ask squad leader, ask team leader. When it comes down to it, they find out the name of who's missing or what's happening and all that. And it's just much easier. And it kind of shows you more of the chain of command and all that. Main thing that people wonder and that trainees try to figure out is that, yes, I'm squared away, I'm trying to do the right thing, I passed my APFT. What am I doing wrong? And the thing is, what you guys think that we don't see, we see. We see if you're talking or you're goofing off in the background. We see how your peers evaluate you, because we eventually do a peer evaluation in the beginning, and then we actually can see the stuff that we literally can't see while we're in the base. So there may be personal time, but then we realize during someone's personal time, someone's trying to get in a fight, someone's trying to talk, someone's not clean, and then we see it and we realize, oh, we thought this person was squared away. but 30 people is saying this, so they shouldn't be part of a leadership position. And you might be thinking, well, what if someone's just saying this and that? If it's only one person trying to say that, then we really won't believe it. But if it's a bunch of people trying to say certain things about you or whomever it is, we usually believe it, and we also question it. So there's a lot of things that come into play being PG, squad leader, and team leader. And the main thing for the PG is that we guide them, we tell them how to call commands, we fix them, and it takes them a few days to figure it out. But if you can't figure it out, then eventually you get cut and we pick someone else. But for the most part, it should be an easy job, especially if you ask your questions and you try to figure it out. When you're PG is one of the most stressful jobs that you can have in basic training, because the drill sergeant's always yelling for you, trying to be like, this is what needs to happen, this is the hit time, this is what's going to happen, I need my numbers at this time, and you can't mess up. We don't just fully just put everything on you. That's not how it is. That's not what a drill sergeant does. It's actually us guiding you to be in a leadership position. We see the potential of you being a leader. Kind of had a phone call with the Boo Bear, but anyways, so when it comes down to it, if you really want to be in a leadership position, main thing I can tell you is do the right thing, always be on time, be in the right uniform. If you have questions, ask your questions. That's the reason why drill sergeants are there, so we can answer your questions that you have about the military, the army, leadership, anything that is going on and pertaining to basic combat training. Do the right thing at all times, even if you think no one's looking, even if you're tired, even if you don't want to do certain things. Fake motivation is better than no motivation. It actually helps the drill sergeants to be happy to just be there, or it makes us a little bit more motivated to teach you more things when it shows that you guys actually want to learn a lot of things. So if you are motivated, you want to learn, you're taking initiative but not overboard, and you're not trying to low-key just show that you can do the right thing in front of us, but actually help battle blazers out on the sidelines when no one's looking, then that's one of the few things we look for. Especially when it comes to peer evaluations, seeing how people look at you, seeing that a lot of people respect you, and seeing you on the at least the top 5 show us this person has what it takes to be a leader. This person has a lot of other people's respect. In order, if we put them in leadership position, they might listen because they're one of the top few people here from the whole platoon that's actually voting. So that's pretty much the video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and good luck to whomever is going to basic combat training. But yeah, enjoy it. 10 weeks will fly by like no other. After 6 weeks, you'll be like, wow, I only have about 15 days of real training. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.